You're seeing 3 to 4 different doctors and specialists. You have multiple diagnoses: high blood pressure, heart disease, chest pain, shortness of breath, hypothyroidism, anemia, fatigue, obesity, hyperlipidemia, and much more. You're taking 20 medications. You have brain fog. You're tired and sleepy. What should you do next? Welcome back to Montgomery Heart and Wellness, and we have a very interesting clinical rounds case for you today. This is a 74-year-old lady who has so many medical problems that we have to look at the list. It's too numerous to count. I mean, she's got high blood pressure, diabetes, atrial fibrillation. She has a pacemaker, chronic kidney disease, coronary disease,
high cholesterol.
Right.
She was on 20 medication.
Oh my goodness, yeah. This is a patient we've been seeing for some time. She comes with a spouse, and she sees other specialists, and we're one of the specialists we see her. And when we saw her this time, she had some brain fog. She was just not feeling well at all. The blood pressure was very high, despite being on 4 antihypertensive medications or something like that. And she just wasn't doing well. What did we do with her?
We started her on a healthy diet. Now she took about a week to kind of really start that, but at first we essentially we stopped 3 of her blood pressure medications. We replaced it with another medication that we felt would be more appropriate for her. We really wanted to see her. We followed her up in the next week because I was very nervous about her presentation because she didn't seem like herself. And then we were concerned too with the polypharmacy.
That first medication change, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I'm all about reducing medications and weaning medications. And what we did there is that we started 1 medication in place of 3, and we thought that 1 medication would be more efficacious. Whenever you can simplify the medication profile, theoretically you give yourself an advantage, because instead of having 3 medications that are interacting with each other, we had just 1 medication that's working. Of course, now it's interacting with others, but we're still reducing the profile. So that 1 minor change, I should say, I think can make a big difference. Her husband worked with her.
Yeah.
She was eating pretty much the standard American diet. We had talked about diet before, but she wasn't very serious, but I think we really outlined the importance of being aggressive this time.
She really followed the diet really well, and I think what helped her was how quickly she started to feel more herself. Mentally and cognitively, she just felt more alert, aware, and we continued to stop medications. We stopped, Jardiance, cystatin, 6 over-the-counter vitamins, and always stopped 12 medications. So her list went from 20 down by 12. And then when we saw her on the follow-up, she looked like a whole different person.
Yeah, and it's important. I'm glad you pointed that out, because we were very aggressive in this medication reduction. She went from 20 medicines down to 8 medications in just a matter of 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah.
And that's a 6 weeks, so that's an aggressive change. It's supported by the fact that we were following up very closely. We were following up by phone calls. We were seeing her every 2 to 3 weeks in the clinic. But we were doing phone calls to our digital health center as a follow-up. And this is really an appropriate way of following these patients, because they can be very complex. The follow-up gives us feedback in terms of how she's doing. It also serves as a reminder to the patient to stick with the program and the close, watchful eye. So it gives her some momentum in that 6-week time period to stick with the program. She's feeling better, so now she has extra incentives to stay with the program. And yes, she went from 20 to 8. We're not done yet. 0 is always the magical number in my book. Sometimes you don't get there, but we really work hard, and she's well on the way. Here's a situation where someone can get significant improvement, and this is a patient, 74 years old. She has a larger list of medical problems, and she's had these medical problems for a very long time. And in just 6 very short weeks, she was able to make a major impact in her health by being aggressive with nutrition. We did add some anti-inflammatory supplements that helped out to a small extent, but I think it underscores the importance of optimal nutrition, reducing the pharmacology to improve her overall well-being, maybe helping with some target supplementation along with that.
Well, one comment I'll make is her blood pressure significantly improved because initially on 3 or 4 blood pressure medications and higher doses of those, her blood pressure was 181/93, so very high. The last time we saw her on just one medication that affects the blood pressure, her blood pressure was 123/71. So it's like perfect.
Wow, that's amazing. And we expect more improvements over time as she continues to stay with the lifestyle and do the right thing. So again, simple, straightforward steps, of course, under close observation, but it really works. And we've seen this work many times before. So I hope you got a lot out of this. And as usual, please leave any questions or comments in the comment section. And until next time, take care. Thanks for watching. If you got value out of this video, please like it, subscribe, and hit the notification button to see our next